right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the June 9th Angola Plan Commission meeting. May I have a call?
Yes, you may.
Roll call, please.
Earl Carpenter.
Present.
Amanda Cope is absent. Josh Fletcher.
Present.
Tina King.
Present.
Jack Varana.
Present.
Jennifer Sharkey.
Here.
Chris Thomas.
Here.
Jeff Peters.
Here.
Susan Ralston.
Here.
Steve White. Nick Sutton is absent. Austin Boudreau.
Present.
And City Attorney Kim Schauf let me know he would not make it. Myself, Retha Hicks, and Planner and Secretary Grace Essman. We do have a quorum, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm sure everyone has had a chance to look at the May 12th minutes. Do I have an approval to, a motion to approve those, please? Okay. Second. Motion carries. Okay. Is there any old business, ma'am?
I do not believe so.
Okay. Well, then we will proceed with the new business. We're going to be talking about 2025 PC 06001 development. Take it away, Rita.
Thank you. The applicant is Mike Bach and Trine University with Ken Wilson JICI as the contractor. Owner is Trine University. Location 719 West Prospect Street. Now that address is a little bit different, Ken, I think, than what you had, but with the combined lots that worked out. Current zoning is UP District. Hearing date today, June 9th, 2025. The legal notice of the public hearing appeared in the Herald Republican on May 30th with 10 property owners within 300 feet of the project. We're sent notice on May 29th. Applicable code, Title 18, Unified Development Ordinance, Indiana Code Development Plan 36-7 for 1400 series. Not within a floodplain, and this is conditional approval with staff recommendation. And I will try to work the screen, which comes that way as well. Trine University is seeking development plan approval for 4,738 square foot addition to the east and a 1,500 square foot addition to the west side of Trine's campus operations building. This building, per the Trine website, is home to the housekeeping, maintenance, and ground staff that keep the university beautiful and running smoothly. There's currently a vacant residence that will be raised to the east side of the existing building to make room for the new construction and parking area. A privacy fence will be constructed to buffer between the parking lot and the existing residence at 711 West Prospect Street. At the May 12th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting, the university asked to vacate the 3 existing lots from the College Second Edition plat, combine the lots, and rezone from traditional residential to University Zoning District. The vacation was approved, and the rezone is awaiting its 3rd and final hearing at Common Council, which will take place June 16th, 2025. So there is an aerial photo, if you guys see it that way or here, whichever one. To show the existing campus ops building. This is the house that will be raised. And then this photo is the proposed site plan. So this is the 1,500 square foot, which I will talk a little bit about here. And then the building addition here with the parking lot there. The addition on the east side of the building will be new construction. Whereas the addition to the west will be a relocated lean-to coming from the old Student Design Center located at 705 Thunder Drive. So there is, you'll see as well, and you'll see in your staff report, the elevation, one elevation there, and then this is the lean-to. The addition to the east will be the same height as the existing structure at 29.2 feet. The added lean-to is 17.6 feet high. And then we will move to our site photos here. So you'll see this aerial facing south of the existing building with the home that will be raised. Aerial facing southeast. So this side will be the 1,500 square foot lean-to. And then the building addition, and I'm sure Ken can talk about this, will be at the back of the building. The parking lot will be up front. The property is currently zoned traditional residential as it is pending a rezone to university. The third and final reading of that is Monday, June 16th at the Common Council. Upon approval, the property will be zoned UV. So we have done this development plan approval and the review internally for UV district for setbacks and everything that implies. To the north is also UV. To the east is traditional residential. South is Angola Parks and Rec property. And then to the west is also UV and the railroad. The comprehensive plan, the City of Angola comprehensive plan update designates this area as institutional and future land use map. Principle 1, manage community form and growth. Objective 1.0, strongly promote compact form throughout the city. Principle 2, inspire community image. Continue to support the initiatives of Trine University as a valued and critical community partner. There was no notices sent in on this. I did hear from a neighbor who I thought was going to come. I think you can see his house here. He did come in and ask some questions. Did not have a lot of concern. Again, I thought he would be here tonight. He planned on it. So he's the blue house here. His one concern was some buffering from that parking lot. In the plan review form that you guys may have reviewed as part of your packet, I had asked JICI and the university to do a fence, a privacy fence to buffer any headlights, and they readily agreed to do that. So that was his one concern. Staff recommends approval of the development plan on the condition that all departments' comments and concerns from the plan review are addressed, as well as the approval of the rezone at the third and final reading. So conditional approval based on that, and that's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, would you like to speak, please?
Thank you.
Is there any questions from the?
Oh, is there any questions first, I guess? Yep.
Sorry.
Thank you. Sorry.
No question?
Okay, now you may.
Ken Wilson, 319 Pokagon Trail with GICI representing Trine University. As you know that Rita did a great job of explaining exactly what we are trying to accomplish here. There's two facets of this particular project. If we take the one on the west side, that lean-to, we actually just built that a year and a half ago on the backside of the power plant that actually houses a special project with the U.S. Naval. That's what that building was for. And when the new student center was approved, it is actually connected to Best Hall, which you already approved. This lean-to and what they do in there is actually going to go in that new building. So being that it was just brand new, we just built it. Seemed kind of crazy just to wad it up and throw it in the waste can. So we're trying to repurpose that. The campus ops will allow them to try to get the things that are sitting outside or inside their equipment. So it'll certainly help from that standpoint. It does fit pretty nicely in there along that side. So basically we're just going to disassemble it and try to reassemble it back so it looks just like that. The east side addition, there's an approximately 5,000 square foot building there, and would have a connector back in the very end that you can walk through. And then we have accommodated it back as far as we could to allow the parking. As Rita mentioned on the fence, we originally submitted it without a fence because there's a hedge road already there. But if the gentleman wants a fence, no issue there from the road to the building. The building itself becomes a fence, so there's no point in putting a fence on top of the building. And then, of course, to the south is all parks area, so no really effects there. So the building is just housed for their equipment and part storage. So there's no activities that are happening over there other than a washer and dryer that they want to relocate from their current facility to give them some more space.
And I have the beacon map here if you guys have questions.
So the building, when it's done, will look exactly like the buildings there. So if you wanted to scroll back down and breathe and see that other building, so it'll look same color, same footprints, actually just the exact same engineering, just plopped over and it's a little bit narrower. So one was 100 feet wide, this one's only 50 feet wide.
All right, does anybody have any questions?
I wanna go over that again. Is that down there where, Prospect Street come down and crosses, is that Oak Street or something? Is that coming down to the dead end of Pleasant Street?
Yeah, so
They facing that? The building you're talking about,
so the building would be on Prospect Street.
it all on Prospect Street?
Yes, sir.
Well,
So it'll be,
looking at this, looks like what you're describing out here in the pictures here, but I wonder if you was back to the east and then coming down the other street.
No, sir. There's still 3 more houses before you get to Oak Street.
so Oakwood is right here, Verl, if you,
Yeah, I
right,
know,
Oakwood
that's
here, yep.
That's my question.
And then this addition is gonna go right back here. Right here, so,
Yeah, I got all of that, because I know that well.
yeah, you know that area very well.
One house that's left there with the fence going up, before that was redone over. I lived down there all my life down there for umpteen years, and I know all that area. I sold that house about 5 years ago, so, and then they decided to go 2 stories high. And I know the ground behind it, all swampy area, and nothing's gonna have to go back in that wooded area.
Yeah, so we're stopping short of
The
that.
park board's dealing with that right now, and all that swampy area, and what we're doing with what is the old park area, so.
Which is this area right here, right, Verl?
Down in
Okay.
there, clear back and clear over,
Yep,
so.
Yeah, so we followed the same delineation that was established when we built the original one. The boundaries are still there. We submitted to IDEM and both DNR, Army Corps, everybody looked at it and said, although the delineation typically is only a 5-year period, they did evaluate it and said nothing changed. So they were comfortable with the same footprint delineation that was done. So we're out of that area.
No problems. It looks like there's like 2 ponds there. No problems.
it's just
with
kind of swampy.
It's all swampy water.
it. In the middle of the
You see
property?
those black spots?
Yes.
No, they're not ponds.
Oh, okay.
They're trees.
NWI shows it as wetlands on the back.
Oh, up here?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
those aren't ponds.
Okay, never mind.
So Rita, could you click on the NWI wetlands 2022 layer?
Yeah, I had a question.
It'll actually, when you click on it, it will go well up into the campus.
Yeah, I had a question on that as well.
let me refresh this, Jennifer, because it,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, that
It
was, so
timed
that's
out
what you
for
were
me.
talking about. You got clarification from,
So we did submit that in the package.
okay.
So
So yes, there you are, Jennifer.
so that is a kind of an aerial, and then you delineate it from there. So our delineation actually, you can kind of see it. It's a little bit south of the actual building. So that's more of a, an aerial. They just kind of grab it, but it's actually our area is south of the building by about, well, you can see it on the drawing. So this is the actual delineation right here.
Right down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get, while I'm just thinking of it, and maybe you already submitted it and I missed it, can you send me whatever the DNR or item, did you submit it? And I didn't say, I bet it's in Chris's folder. I'll look for it.
So Evan White from IDEM is the one that actually responded.
Thank you.
Any additional questions?
You know, Only thing I can say is they're back as far as they can go, cause all that ground drops off back there. I know that the lots way back when extended clear back to the lines that they've got going. And later there was some divided off, including the one I had owned when I bought the property. It cut off back there, so it's kind of an element. But that's showing the whole lot area from way back when.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I think this was given, and Earl, you can attest, this was donated to the Parks Department, this whole area, right? Yeah.
nobody wants it, but that's what we're dealing with.
Because it's just kind of swampy and,
Yep.
okay.
Not anything unusual, because way back when, upward trains and all them other buildings, that was all low ground and swampy in there, and it's all been filled over. Yep.
So you guys all had the plan review sheet. We are waiting on a few more things, I think, to finish the review on this. So just, this is probably not the final. There's some more coming that. Thank you, Ken.
Is there anybody, nobody here that wishes to speak against, so, for or against? Okay, I guess at this point, we will go ahead. Do they have any,
Questions amongst?
yeah, do you have any questions amongst ourselves or? Good.
No, not everything is approved just yet, so that's why we'll do
Additional.
conditional on, yeah, yes, sir. You ready for finding?
We'll do the findings.
Okay. Findings of fact for case 2025 PC 06001. Number one, the development plan is or is not consistent with the City of Angola comprehensive plan.
Yes.
It is, the development plan is consistent with the City of Angola comprehensive plan because of objective 1.1, strongly promote compact form throughout the city, and objective 2.4, continue to support the initiatives of Trine University as a valued and critical community partner. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
The development plan does or does not satisfy the applicable development standards of Division 2 of this title zoning districts. The development plan does or will satisfy the applicable development standards of Division 2 of this title zoning districts once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed and upon approval of the rezone to University District. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
The development plan does or does not satisfy the applicable standards of Division 6 of this title development standards. The development plan does satisfy the applicable standards of Division 6 of this title development standard once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed and upon approval of the rezone. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
The development plan does or does not satisfy all applicable provisions of this title. The development plan does or will satisfy all applicable provisions of this title once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed. Agree or disagree? The development plan does or does not satisfy the construction requirements of the City of Angola's construction standards. The development plan does or will satisfy the applicable construction requirements of the City of Angola's construction standards once all plan review comments and routing comments are adequately addressed and upon approval to the rezone. I can't even talk. Approval of the rezone to UV. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, do I have a motion?
I move that we additionally approve the project. All writing comments are to be adequately addressed to the staff satisfaction and approval of the rezone to UV or university.
Do I have a second?
Second that.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those not in favor? Okay. Motion passed.
Thank you, sir. We'll be in touch soon as we move through the rest of it.
And let me know if you can't find it.
From IDEM, I will. I bet it's in Chris's file. Thank you.
The only item on the agenda per se, so anything else?
The only thing I had is some of you heard me say earlier, today was really the deadline for the July Plan Commission meeting. I've got one potential site plan that was turned into us that I didn't get a chance to touch base with them today. So I'm waiting to see if they're actually ready for development plan approval or if this was all they had. If they're ready, I'll give them the time and get them on this next agenda. But if not, we'll give it a couple days and then we'll cancel the July 14th meeting. And I think that that's all that I have.
I have a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
Yes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, guys.
Exactly.
I don't think we have to.